Hi friends, Kate Smithcourse here. This is the June 2022 tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. So let's jump right in. I've already pre-shuffled the decks. So let's see what the first message is. How is our month? What's the overall energy of our month is what I should say. Ooh, the Nine of Wands in reverse. So what this is saying to me is that there is going to be an energy of releasing the fears of what other people think and feel about you. There's going to be an energy of taking back your own power. So if you look at it upright, she's got a bunch of wands on the ground. They are, it almost feels like they were thrown at her and she's feeling very defensive. We're releasing that. We are releasing our feelings of defensiveness. We don't need to feel that anymore. We're stepping into our power. What else do we have here? Seven of Wands. Yes. Going along with that same theme, there's a bunch of wands pointed at her. So she feels like there might be people that are either disagree with her or their opinions are just different than hers, and there might be confrontation. There might have been confrontation in the month of May. Headed into June, we are seeing a release of that. Or if people are coming at us with their opinions, especially about how we're living our lives or the things that we're allowing into our lives, that doesn't matter anymore. We are not allowing that to affect our energy in this month. So that's fantastic. I love those, especially to start out this reading. On the bottom of the deck here, we have the Page of Swords. And so it feels like we might be starting this new journey where we are speaking our truth. So for the month of June, don't be afraid to speak your truth and always be respectful, because this is a page. It's not quite to the King of Swords yet. It's our beginning journey. So knowing when to speak, knowing when to listen, and knowing when our opinions are always valid, the way we feel is always valid, but not needing to vocalize it to feel validated. We're releasing the need to feel validation from other people sharing the same opinion as us. It's okay that we don't have the same opinion as others. So this is the Priestess of Light Oracle, and this can be found on Hay House. Bright heart light, open connections. And I love this. I love how it's the earthy tones, especially for the Taurus energy. And it is the number 18, which condenses down to the number 9. So if you are in a number 9 year or life path 9, this might resonate for you more than others. Maybe not necessarily. Open connections. So it feels like we're opening our heart chakra to connect with other people at this time. So I'm going to get out this book. I'm going to turn to page 18. There are affirmations in here. So maybe saying this affirmation while holding your heart chakra or placing your hand on your heart chakra might be a good idea. It says, I am willing to connect. I open my heart and my life to the love and caring friendships my spirit desires and deserves. I am willing to connect. I open my heart and my life to the love and caring friendships my spirit desires and deserves. So that those feelings of deservingness too, especially when other people might say things to us. Maybe these were things that were said to us in childhood. Maybe it was things that we've done that we maybe feel regret about or guilt about. It's like we're finally releasing that stuff. We don't need to hold on to those feelings anymore. They are not serving us. We are opening up our heart to the love and the connections that we deserve in this life. This says, this marks a time of opening up for you. You may have been feeling disconnected or isolated lately by your own choosing or due to circumstances outside your control. So I kind of feel like that might resonate for some of you, things that might have happened either in the very beginning of June or in May. Either way, you're getting ready to come out of the trees and forge the profound soul-to-soul connections that enrich your life and bring you into alignment with the universal fields of unlimited abundance. So yes, freeing yourself from certain ideas, certain people, certain restrictions that we've placed on ourselves will lead you to your abundance. And abundance isn't always physical, but it can be. When we relieve ourselves from limitations that we've put on ourselves, that can lead to the physical abundance, but it also feels like emotional abundance as well. So Queen of Pentacles was on the bottom here. Again, this is another card of abundance for sure. She's kind of the archetype of that hardworking mother. She still takes care of her kids, comes home, does all of the chores around the house. She's very stable, caring, patient, kind, loving, empathetic. These are all kind of words that I associate with the Queen of Pentacles. And it feels like we're going to be embracing that feeling of abundance. Even if the physical abundance isn't there, even if we're not millionaires or we're not making quite the amount of money that we would like, we're still going to feel as if we were abundant. So ask yourself that question of what would it take for you to be happy in this moment? What if you could do one thing, or if one thing could be in your life that would lead to great happiness for you, what would it be? If it's something that you can do right now, then do it. You know, why are you holding yourself back here? We have the 10 of Wands. It feels like we are pushing ourselves forward. We've been pushing ourselves forward. Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed by trying to take on all the responsibilities yourself. Hand over some of those wands to somebody else. Maybe it's a close friend or family member. Maybe it's a significant other. But there are some responsibilities that don't need to lie on your shoulders, so don't be afraid to lighten your load. It feels like you're very close to a goal as well. So you might have been working on manifesting something recently. It feels like you're very close to achieving that. So keep pushing forward. Yes, this fell right on top of that one, the Empress. This is also abundant. It's like, this is what the Empress is, kind of when you've planted those seeds that you want to start sprouting in your life. This is finally seeing those seeds start to sprout. So this is probably going to happen for you in June, if there's something that you've been really working towards. I mean, there's usually multiple things that we're working towards, so at least one of them. We should start seeing the seeds sprouting up from that, the initial stages of that. She's very fertile, very abundant. And the Star card. This can be that wish come true. Your angels, your guides, your guardian angels are granting you that wish. The saying, wish upon a star. Here it is. Here's your wish coming true. If you haven't wished for something, then they can't grant you your wish, right? So say, you know, what have I been wishing for lately? What can I start wishing for to bring into my life, and leave that space. Definitely feel that I am abundant. Maybe saying that affirmation over and over again this month could be really good for you. I am abundant. My wishes are coming true. My wishes are being granted. My angels are bringing me everything that I deserve in this life. Everything that I'm worthy of having in this life, my angels are bringing to me. We also have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. And this says, move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. So we literally just talked about this, that there might have been some very, how should I say it? Earthly arguments. Like, it feels almost like we're getting in arguments or bickering with people, and the things that are coming up are either so minor that we don't even fully remember what we were arguing about, or it's like we were just feeling really irritable and irritated. So move beyond the current challenges, especially the challenges that in the end don't even matter, and focus on what you desire. What do I want to bring in? So instead of focusing on what's going wrong, we want to shift that perspective into, what are we wanting to bring in? What am I grateful for? What am I looking forward to? These are things that I journal about every single day. So that might be a good idea for you. And I'm going to pull one more card from this deck. That one wanted to come out. I pulled this one for myself this morning too. This says ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. So again, this kind of goes along with if things have been feeling a little bit dark, maybe we're getting into some arguments, maybe things were not going the way that you had planned. I know as Tauruses, sometimes we like to plan things out. We have a certain vision in our head, and when things deviate from that vision, we have a very hard time with acceptance. And so this is saying rise above the darkness. Rise above that feeling of things aren't going right, things are not going the way that I planned. This is not okay with me. It feels a little dark. You feel in the dark. Where are my guides? Why aren't my guides showing up for me in the way that I think that they should? We're moving into the light. The light is here. We're moving into our true self. I just had this conversation with a very good friend of mine where we're moving into a time when we are spending more time with our higher selves. So treating yourself like you're your own BFF. Your higher self is your BFF. So you're going to go do the dishes with your higher self. You're like, come on, higher self, let's go do the dishes together. And you see what divine downloads are coming in. See what your higher self is telling you while you're zoning out doing the dishes. Or maybe you want to get more active and you want to go for a walk out in nature or down the street, and you're like, hi, higher self, come on, let's go for a walk together. And you're spending time with yourself. I know that can sound kind of cheesy and like, I don't know if I can do that. Trust that you can. Just try it and see if there are important messages that you might have been overlooking, because it feels like you've been very much in your upper chakras, very much in your head space, out of your physical body. So get doing something physical to bring you down into your physical body, to feel more grounded, more centered. Being in your physical body is also what's going to lead to you feeling more abundant, more of that earth energy. Start to tap in more to your root chakra. There are some crystals that I picked out that I thought might be good for Tauruses in the month of June, and one of them is zebra jasper. And so you can look up what zebra jasper means. There is going to be many definitions, many interpretations. See which ones are resonating for you, and if this might be a good crystal for you to work with, especially for grounding. You know, maybe you carry this with you, put it in your pocket. I know ladies like to slip it in their bras during the day, so maybe you're putting it in there as you're going about your business or going on your walk. And then also fluorite. This is specifically green fluorite. So fluorite for me is really good for helping with clarity and focus. So if I'm kind of getting lost in all of these little things that don't matter, sometimes working with green fluorite can help bring back that bigger picture of what's really important. What are my blessings? How can I be more clear on maybe the feelings I'm trying to manifest rather than the physical things? Because I know as an earth sign, sometimes it's the physical material things that become super important to us, and we need to let go of that a little bit. It's more about the feeling, the emotion that we want to draw in. So how can we become more clear on maybe the emotions that we want to draw in? So I'm going to pull what are the challenges for us in the month of June? What challenges do we have in the month of June? Okay. 8 of Wands. It might feel like things are changing very quickly at a very rapid pace. It's like maybe the month of May went by very quickly, or maybe even the month of June might feel like it goes by very quickly. You're like, where did all that time go? So that could be an energy that you feel. Could also be a communication coming in. Could be a communication coming in from somebody that you haven't heard from in a long time, is what I'm getting. So prepare yourself for that, and also get clear on how you feel about this person. Is this somebody that you want in your life, or is it somebody that you say, you know what, they don't really fit my life anymore, and I appreciate them as a person, but I need to set up my boundaries, and you know, them being in my life at this time isn't isn't for my best and highest good. So you might want to have a talk with your higher self to kind of figure that out if that does happen for you, and you need to assess, is this person supposed to be in my life at this time? But it does feel very quick, and it could feel like very much like the month of May leading into the month of June could feel like things wrapped up very quickly for you as well, because we had that 10 of Wands. So sometimes when things finally come in that we've been trying to manifest, we don't take the time to appreciate it. We're like, oh, it's here. Great. Okay, now on to the next thing that I want. So this is telling you that you might get swept up in how quickly things come in for you, that you don't take time to fully appreciate what just came in and what just happened and the blessings that you have. So take time to really appreciate how quickly things are coming in for you. That's fantastic, right? Challenges, the Moon card. Okay, so there could be a challenge in either the new or the full moon in the month of June. You might have had trouble recovering from the last full moon, which would have been May 16th, maybe. So you might have had issues recovering from that because that would have been a Scorpio full moon. It might have been intense for you. Another eclipse. So recovering from that energy in the month of June, you might still be feeling the residual effects, especially if you are very empathic, if the moon affects you. This could also be saying that in the month of June, a challenge might be that something is hidden from you still. You're not quite clear on something. Some things need to unfold in real time before you can understand why certain things had to happen the way that they did, in the way that they did, to affect your life a certain way. You know, this could also be saying a challenge is that you're having a hard time seeing yourself for who you truly are and owning your truth. Because right here there's a cat, a black cat, but in the reflection is this panther. You are that panther. See yourself as that panther. You are larger than life. You are, embody that energy of your higher self. What would my higher self do in certain situations? So that might be a challenge, is really connecting with your higher self and putting in place or taking the actionable steps that your higher self would do rather than what your earthly self would do. So those might be some challenges for you in the month of June. If you would like a personal reading, since this is a collective reading, if you would like one that is more personalized, maybe you're interested in knowing more about your love life or your career, whatever it is that you have questions on, you can schedule on www.crystallizewithkate.com. I do email readings in person or Zoom. So if any of those work better for you, you can schedule one of those sessions, or you can direct message me. I'm on Facebook. You can also email me at katesmithkors@gmail.com. So I hope you all have a beautiful month of June, and I will see you guys later. Bye.